You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Nude jobs. I'll take nude jobs.
Yeah, nude job.
That's right, it's me, Flop Hoppington.
Are you just dumping the whole board right now?
This is pork diarrhea. Alright,
Just mashing the
Nintendo's... Woo! I'm bowling! There is a giant brown stain. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 268. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts...
Matt Hag.
And TJ Man!
Matt Hag and TJ May. Brr, 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 brr. So we're still on that kick, huh? How is everyone's week? I am fucking tired because my new job, I have to get in at 8, so I have to wake up an hour earlier than I'm used to. And that is a drag. I'm just so used to going to bed at like midnight. Alright, and in Koozie Corner this week, we've got a little bit of... No Koozie Corner. Come on. I gotta save that for when Adam's on.
It just seemed like a fitting sort of tiniest violin kind of thing.
It is. It's like the largest violin, though. It's the content ID-ist violin. It has the most content ID claims per moment.
It's nowhere near the Nintendo Direct stream that we did.
Why is that? What was that?
Because that got like a ton of copyright flags.
I just love how you can get a copyright flag for having video of a trailer. Like, it's like free advertising that you're giving out. And they're going to content ID that, because I guess it's because you're getting paid for the advertising that they pay advertisers to do. I don't get it.
Well, like, I don't even have ads enabled, so they...
Neither do I.
The copyright flag causes the ads to become enabled. Yeah, YouTube is kind of a cesspool.
Well, again, Jim Sterling of Jimquisition came up with the content ID lock, which is where you just play a bunch of content claimed things from multiple claimers, and then they all lock up each other, and then nobody gets to monetize anything. So it seriously works, though, because his videos have like 3 or 4 copyright claimers on, because he always puts a clip from like Konami on there and Nintendo on there, so they just get locked, basically, and then nobody gets any money for it, because he doesn't ever put ads on, because or maybe he puts ads on, but he just uses Patreon. So he doesn't care about the YouTube revenue.
He's Patronist.
Yeah, dude, Patreon's the best when it comes to supporting creators. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to shill for our Patreon, patreon.com.
You can go to patreon.com/borninthE80s to donate to us.
Yep,
and you'll get stuff. You'll get a golden pony that shits rainbows. Mm-hmm. And we'll pay your student loans. Patreon.com/borninthE80s.
At $5 a month or more, you'll get a monthly shout out by us. At $20 a month or more, you get a weekly shout out by us. I just added tiers. Go ahead and add those tiers.
At $30 a month, you'll get a butt for. Now you may ask, TJ. You're taking a drink.
What's a butt for?
Why, pooping, of course.
Oh my god, I am just gonna die, guys. I'm literally gonna pull an Adam and fall asleep on the podcast here. I'm just seeing where we're at money-wise. No, if you donate to the podcast on Patreon, even $1 a month, I will give you a shout-out the first month you do it. We'll just give you a shout-out, so... Or, if you want to send us an email, or... That's bitecast@gmail.com. I definitely check that account.
Once a month?
Never, actually. I can't remember the last time I checked that, so hopefully that password worked. So I'll get into it. I'm going to check it right now. We're doing it live, boys. So
I should have it. I should be able to see it on my phone. We should get it that way.
I don't get anything. I can also check the feedback tab on the website, borninthE80s.net. So I'm doing all of the plug stuff at the start of the episode. That's just so that people understand. Like they love it. They love it when you basically shill stuff. Yeah, because that's because if you stuck around, you get the real shit.
I mean, that's what they tell you about any kind of performance. You got to shill right at the start, and then right after that, apologize.
Credits first, full credits, then the movie. The full 20-minute credits.
Have you watched like a really old movie where they did that? They have the full credits at the beginning.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it takes forever. It's like a TV show because they have like a little clip of the movie going on in the background while you're doing it. So, no, I want to say a thing. Matt, let's get serious time for a moment.
Okay, let me get some serious time music.
Okay, thank you. I've completely lost my train of thought of where we're going with all this. I am loopy right now because I'm so tired. No, you can contact us on bornintheeighties.net. Send us a link, say hi. That's fine. Or don't. It's also fine. Just listen. Tell a friend. That's all I have to say. God, I had something I was going to talk about. I was going to
join us on the Facebook. Suggest topics for us to talk about.
Yeah, that's helpful. This is for you, not for me.
And at the end of the day, we don't care if you donate $1, $0, or negative dollars. We just like that you're listening.
We don't care if you take money away from me.
Probably not negative dollars.
Yeah, I wonder if you could do that on Patreon. I'm gonna try it. Put negative $1 a month and see what happens. We didn't code this in. Oh no!
We didn't expect anybody would be this dumb.
Or smart. Anyway, guys, do you want to work at Walmart?
No.
Because Walmart is asking employees to deliver packages on their way home from work. Huh?
You get paid for that time or mileage or both?
I don't know. I'm going to read that. I just read the headline here. This is a Washington Post article. Bentonville, Arkansas. Walmart's newest tactic in its fight against the online giant Amazon. You know what? How you can defeat Amazon is by delivering the correct things on the time. Because Amazon's really bad at that, it seems, lately. Because I got a bunch of shirts in the mail, and I just unpacked them, to, get them out. Because I got a bunch of businessman shirts. And one of them was 2 sizes too small. And I checked the listing, and I definitely didn't order that size. So they just sent me the wrong shirt. If you could... I already switched to Best Buy for games. Because Amazon's so shitty at their job. Amazon's just going to fall apart. Because they can't handle itself. But Jeff Bezos is too busy. Flying robots.
Jeff Bezos is on track to become the richest man in the world, though.
Well, it's fine. It doesn't mean that his company will still be doing well. But anyway, have you ever gotten packages, though, from a delivery service like this? Like where they TaskRabbit out, your delivery?
I think
because you'll just have a guy show up in a car and he'll just drop a package off.
Yeah, when I ordered Fallout 4, I think it came by courier service because it got delivered on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, Sunday deliveries and stuff. Yeah, so no, it's a voluntary program, and employees will be paid extra and offered overtime pay if it is overtime. So they're just saying it makes sense. Just be like, hey, drop a package off on your way back home, and we'll pay you for the travel. All right. Heck, I'd do it if I was working. Why not? Just
we had
extra cash.
I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but we had somebody close to the Illinois border that ordered something and needed it that day for a show. So they just sent a global email hey, is anyone willing to drive down here? We'll pay you and we'll reimburse gas.
Da, 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 na, na, na. Da, da, na, da. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm dying. Anyway, I'm just reading about the Paris Climate Accord.
Don't do that. It'll make you sad.
I'm gonna stop. Okay, I'm sorry. I seriously
take that energy.
Have gotten 5 hours of sleep for the last week.
Channel that energy into something useful, like learning German.
Or even better.
Moving
hey, Matt.
to another country. What?
Matt, I heard you were playing that game about the hopping fish.
Yeah, let me find my sting for it.
Oh. Thank you, TJ, for saving me from my own fucking self-loathing.
TJ, I'm gonna assume you played this game more than me because I played
Yes.
for like less than a minute. So we're talking about the Magikarp jump game.
Yes,
John's
I probably
showing
have
us
about
something.
4 hours in this thing.
I have the Magikarp game on my phone, and I just opened it right now.
All right.
I installed it last night, but I didn't play it, so...
Terms
of use.
So this was my
Excuse me.
experience. Okay, yeah, go through this because I want you to describe
terms
this
of use.
experience
Let's just get
for
through the
first
whole
time
terms of use, guys. Come on, I gotta read this.
No, don't
before
read that.
I install the app. You see this? It says yes.
As a new user,
I've got it.
What is the experience like? So just go through everything.
Okay.
Don't read the terms.
So have you read and do you agree on the above terms of use? What if I say no? What happens? Do you think?
I don't know.
I don't want to. I want to play the game.
Can I give consent right now? I've drank almost this whole thing.
All right, I'm gonna say yes, because I do want to play the game. All right, there's an ad at the bottom for Pokemon cards already, so that's good. I'm gonna hit
as
start.
deep as the ads go.
Wait, I'm gonna start a timer, and I'll end it when you start actually playing a game.
Okay, sounds good. You guys can discuss the game while it's going. I'll give you updates. So I'm at the age confirmation setup, so you can start the timer.
All right, so I'll describe it as simply as possible.
Okay.
It's Tamagotchi, but once you're done feeding it and training it, you have it battle by seeing who can jump the highest. You know, just like you used to do with your kids on the playground.
There's
eat
nothing
as much
interactive
change my
about the
birth date
jump,
a
right?
year later.
There's nothing interactive about the jump, right? You just go to it. Because I thought it would be like you tap a bunch of times or something to like have some interactivity.
No, it's pure simple Skinner box. I mean, in a way, it's kind of a clicker game, especially when it comes to doing the feeding and then choosing what you want to upgrade in terms of which training things you want to make give you more jump points, or which food will give you more jump points. You spend coins on that.
I gotta imagine. I just want to say this: they're saying you gotta give it up for the Magikarp. They keep on jumping, even though they're like everyone calls them weak and pathetic, and they just keep jumping. They're fucking dying.
Yeah,
they're out of the water.
That's not good for
That's
them.
why they're jumping.
Now, I've already got in my game where I can catch up to a Magikarp that can level up to level 21.
Gyarados, then.
For anyone who played the Pokemon game knows that level 20 Pokemon evolve to Gyarados.
Yeah.
The thing is, in your permanent inventory, you have an Everstone which prevents evolution.
Oh, so they like... oh, that's amazing. Our Magikarp are more like
just
Tragikarp.
Let me know
these
when
days.
you do a jump.
I'm just letting you know right now. I am reading all of these and clicking through all of them. So
so this is my experience. It was 1,000 dialogue boxes to read through, and at least 483 different scenes that it takes you through trying to accomplish any simple task.
Yeah.
Just
it's got to tutorialize every single moment. You know what my favorite part about free-to-play games is when they tutorialize how to buy currency or like how to use the money currency. They're like, just so you know, you can make your life easier if you buy this. Ooh, 3 old rods.
It was hard.
Last time I had 3 old rods in the room. It was a bad experience.
It was hard for me to actually find where in the game you had to go to buy stuff with real money.
Yeah,
so they don't do that in this one.
It's not super great.
I mean, you still have to, or you still can, but...
Oh my god, I remember what I was going to talk about before we switch subjects to Pokemon. I'm going to keep clicking through this though. So
okay, but maybe write it now
because I don't really care. I don't really care about the lore in this. So I picked out an old rod. No, the thing I love now about movies now, because like how I complained about like everyone's got phones and shit in the movie theater and whatever, and it ruins movies. Regardless of all that, the fact that every fucking like big studio picture has some like after credits thing, so like it's like everyone's standing around like kind of halfway walking out of the movie theater, like wondering whether or not there's something after the credits. Maybe I'll stick around or not, and then like The best is when there's nothing and there's just an audible like sigh or like something from the audience. I don't know what it is. Just that experience of being like, oh, we watched the credits. We saw all the people that made this movie for nothing.
Well, like, I loved when I saw. I love when they like say ahead of time that there's no end credits thing, like with Logan. So I just got up and started walking out, and people were still just sitting, waiting, and I laughed and turned at those fools.
Yeah, I did too. Actually, I left because I'd read that, and so now I like to read that before I go to a movie. And I think there might even be websites that like will say. And be like, all right.
Did I ever talk about my experience going to see Logan?
No.
There was maybe like 12 or 13-year-old boy with several of his friends and his two parents in the Logan movie. And you know the one scene of nudity that happens?
No, I don't even remember that.
It was just like a real quick flash when he's like being a limo driver. That caused a large disturbance and a storming out and lots of you didn't tell me this was R blah 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 blah. And so it's like
so like, that was when the jig was up for the parents.
Yeah, it's like you saw several people get murdered gruesomely, and that was just fine with you. But one pair of boobs is like too much.
No, one pair of boobs is not enough.
I love this cat.
Boobs are not enough.
Look at her. She's furious.
Why is that not already a James Bond movie? The boobs are not enough.
Oh, because they are enough for James.
How's your Magikarp
He's a mermaid top kind of guy. Oh, God, I was holding a cat. So that is a delay that can happen in real life, though. So let's keep that as part of the time. All right.
Let the record show that the game did not hold John's attention enough to distract him from a cat.
If you hope to win in the league, jump power, JP, is what you need to increase. Feed your Magikarp. Swipe over or tap food.
So this is the first inkling of some sort of game-like activity.
I'm actually playing game now because I'm clicking foods. But let's get to the first jump because that's kind of like the whole thing.
You could swipe huge swaths of food too, and it'll just
Oh.
So this is sort of a
Fruit
Ninja-esque portion of the game.
Okay, so now I'm off to training. Now I train. Is this Tap Titans now? I gotta tap a whole bunch?
Nope, not really.
Oh, okay.
Nope, you do nothing.
You get either a good, a great, or an excellent thingy.
So
cat on ledge. Cat on the ledge.
Oh. Yep. It's completely random what you get then. Oh, my phone screen keeps shutting off because it was more than 10 seconds with nothing happening.
Because there's so much downtime in this game.
All right, JP got a nice boost. Thanks to all the training where he jumped out a bag. Time to head home before it goes dark.
So you're taking this fish into an environment where it can't breathe, and then you're forcing it to exercise.
Okay, ready. I'm at the league now.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Battle for the best jump. All right, I'm going to battle number 1. Magikarp opponent. JP ? Battle. Friend league. Verse. Off we go. Live commentary. Ooh, is there good music? We can get that. All right. Commentary is provided by everyone's favorite big fish in the world of broadcasting. That's right. It's me, Flop Hoppington. Blah, blah, blah. This will be the number 1 face-off. I can't read this fast enough. At least they're not going with that, you know. There's a lot of commentary for 2 fucking Magikarps just sitting here. Yep. All right. Magikarp. The opponent is infinitely larger than mine. I will jump. Let's see who wins. I'm jumping. This is incredible. I jumped higher than the other guy, even though he was bigger.
And this is 8 minutes into the game.
The winner is Magikarp. Oh, I have a feeling the winner was going to be Magikarp.
And then this is where I quit.
All right. Get your training. Oh, I'll get diamonds. Win bonus. Coins. 4. Awesome. There's still more tutorial, though.
Yeah.
You already won
and
your first
also
battle.
Multiple currencies in the game, which is always great.
Yeah, it's always confusing.
Coins are for necessities. Diamonds are for bonus.
Forever. Diamonds are forever. Sorry.
So that's the beers.
I got 100 diamonds.
So that's my beers.
Training soda, LP restore. That's League of Legends points.
Isn't this weak compared to beer?
What? No, that's more than beer.
Beer's more than 4.2 alcohol per volume, right?
Nah, not
beer's
like
about
beer.
3. Well, regular beer's about
3.5.
It can go up if it's like an imperial or like a craft beer. But yeah,
I heard that your Magikarp in this game can be eaten. Is that correct?
Yeah, I haven't
TJ?
gotten that yet. It will probably happen to me soon, but it's not been taken away by Pidgeotto or something.
From what I've heard, is like a bird can just fly out and kill your fucking pet.
It's one of
the
random
rough
events,
nature.
Yeah, one of the random events. I think there's like a very small chance of that happening.
I want this game to link up with my Pokemon Go game. So, like, if I have a Magikarp that I level up in Pokemon Go, I want him to be, like, super badass in the Magikarp jump game.
Challenge.
Now, this is also what free-to-play games do in different, like, collectathon things. There's about, like, 8 different types of things that you can get all of. Different Magikarp patterns, which I've already got the rarest, so I guess I could stop and be done. Because I've got the gold Magikarp. It's supposed to be a 1% chance. That was my third one.
Wow. Way to brag, TJ.
So, yep. TJ with the gold Magikarp.
My Magikarps are so fucking great.
Well, once your Magikarp actually gets to its max level, you basically just league challenge until it either defeats everyone in the league or until it loses, and then it retires. And you have to catch another Magikarp.
So is the Magikarp, when you retire, do you let it go? Is it like a bull? Is it like a bullfighter, or like a bull?
It actually just kind of swims in the background of your pond.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you like collect the ones that were good enough to like not be in the murder game that is the jump.
Yeah, you don't get to use it anymore. Now, one of the collectible achievement things is a Magikarp that's been forced into retirement, and I'm assuming that's when it gets pulled away.
It takes an arrow to the knee.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a Magikarp jumper. Then I took an arrow.
But then I took an arrow to the knee, or whatever the weird accent is in Skyrim.
I mean, for just waste my time games, this is not horrible.
No, there's worse. Yeah. Tap Titans 2 is one of the worst ones.
I have a lot of time-wasting games right now. Otherwise, I would probably get deeper into it.
I kind of want to get back to the Tiny Dice Dungeon.
At least
getting really deep into that.
At least with Pokemon Go, you get, like, exercise and you get out. Yeah, that's what I like to call it. Pokemon Go.
So there's a park near my apartment that I usually go when I'm doing my walking in Pokemon Go, and it's also the park where like high school kids like to go to try and secretly smoke weed. So
so wait, it's the part you're the narc walking around?
No, well, I walked past these people that were, like, trying really badly to hide the fact that they were smoking weed. And I just walked past them and I go,
oh, man. You should have, like, thrown up the Vape Nation symbol, Vape Nation. And then,
I was like, I wanted to be like, smells good. So that they would either be like, that's cool, or, like, super paranoid.
Is there a symbol for that? Is that I can't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so. I think there's like a VN symbol. I have a Vaporeon named Vape Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my Vaporeon is named Vape Nation as well. No, Vape Nation is Vape Nation. Vape Nation, y'all.
Oh, it's a small N? That's dumb.
No, it's a V, right? And then you put the two together, it's a big N.
Posed on top of it.
Yeah. Vape Nation. Anyway.
Both. Okay.
I'm going to get a vape rig just so I can fully live out my Vape Nation. I got a fidget spinner. All right, so what am I missing? I got a fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner, a vape.
I do the bottle flip. I need to get a vape rig because I don't have that. I don't know. Is a fedora like a millennial thing now? Because that was the thing when I was like in college.
But it's like a guys our age trying to be.
What I need is, do I need to wear pants with suspenders? Like, what's the deal? No, okay, I got it. Suit, red tie,
Short
right?
stays.
That's a thing. Really short hair.
Well,
Isn't
I'm
that what
looking
you
up
do?
the Wikipedia page for millennials, so I think this will have some good answers.
Do you know what the worst part is, though? Is that, like, people are like, oh my god, dude, I had a friend at work at my old job. He was just like, Kyle, you're not listening to this. He has listened to the podcast before, so maybe he is. But
Hey, Kyle.
I'm going to say this.
Hey, Kyle, have we told you about patreon.com/born in the 80s?
He doesn't have any money. He's a filthy millennial. No, so he said he wasn't a millennial because someone was like,
skip your avocado toast for like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. You got your millennial haircut or something. And he's like, I'm not one of those. But I was like, sorry, dude, you are. Like, millennial is like 1980 to like 2000, 1980 to like 1998. It's okay. So basically, the cutoff is basically 9/11. And so if people on like September 11th, 2001 don't remember it, basically, is the next generation. So we're talking about kids that are like kindergarten or pre-kindergarten when that happened. So you're talking about like 95, 96-ish is when the next generation, which is like Generation Z or I generation and stuff. I learned all about this in a course on how to train people in my old job because they're like, these are going to be the people entering the workforce like now. So get rid of that. So we're already past it, man. We're not the young, filthy generation anymore. Blame the fucking youngins now.
Yeah.
We're
hey,
like Gen
did you
X
know
now.
that there are vast and conflicting amounts of literature and empirical studies on millennials in the workplace?
Oh man, who would have thought that people wasted their time on this?
As it pertains to the workplace, the majority of research concludes that millennials differ from both their generational cohort predecessors and can be characterized by a preference for a flat corporate culture and an emphasis on work-life balance and social consciousness. So there's that.
I don't know what that means.
It means we don't just kowtow to the man and like devote our lives to work. I'm not about climbing that ladder.
What are we doing right now?
I don't know. We're just talking about it's Gen Z.
TJ
or
had
I
a
generation.
Drink, so he's wait.
Post millennials.
Pan generation.
Plurals. Or this is my favorite one, the Homeland generation.
Hello, OG Anarchy.
Yep.
We're talking about everything and nothing, and for some reason we kind of went to generational gaps
Generation
and generational
Z.
politics.
Here it is. Not really politics, but we're talking about mid 1990s to early 2000 is the I want to rag on filthy Gen Zers. They had their fucking phones from when they were born.
We can't focus on Gen Zers. We gotta focus on the goddamn baby boomers who ruined it for all of us. We can't let them off the hook by tossing it down to the next generation.
What about the silent generation? They're still alive.
Which one is
there any
them?
That's the pre-World War II. That's mid to late 1920s to early to mid 1940s. You know.
What about
those
which
people
ones?
are still alive.
Can we have a new greatest generation? How long do we have to wait for that?
We're the greatest generation, baby.
Yeah, like is there a contest?
We just have to kill the rest. It's fine.
Okay, we have I don't know what generation he falls into. OG Anarchy.
He's the
Peter Pan generation.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I just got to that part. All right, American sociologist Kathleen Shaputis. Fuck you. Delaying.
Where did dabbing come from?
Oh, maybe I don't have a fucking house because home prices got fucked up because the fucking greatest generation decided to be a bunch of idiots and bought 7 houses they couldn't afford. And so now house prices are 100,000 more than they should be.
With the baby boomers. Don't lay this on the shoulders of the greatest generation. They're pretty cool.
They're just as bad. They're not cool.
I'm going to solve this in one question.
Have you talked to someone who's 70 about people that are not white?
Yeah, well, you just have to not talk to them about race or, like, anything that's not white people.
I'm going to.
Oh my God!
OG
OG 1777, 1997. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you the only difference between generations, and this is going to be an open question to Monsieur OG Anarchy.
I'm going crazy. I'm so sorry, guys.
This episode is so off the rails.
I told you I have gotten like probably 10 hours of sleep in the last like 4 days. No, more than that. Maybe like 15. But that's not enough. And
so when we have World War II, are we
hoping.
gonna have the bigliest generation?
World War
I
III.
mean World War III. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyway,
Did I say two?
the only real difference between generations, and I'll ask this as an open question.
Yep.
When you think of James Bond, whose face do you see?
Pierce
that's
Brosnan.
a good one.
When you think of James Bond, whose face do you see? Problem is, I should see Pierce Brosnan, but I see Roger Moore.
Well, you are older.
Just passed
Oh,
away.
you're an old soul.
Yeah.
To be fair, TJ, you're right on the border of millennials. You know what I mean?
I'm
Oh,
84.
OG Anarchy
So-
sees Sean Connery.
Oh, well, see,
And we
now,
all know
I
John
like
sees
that-
Lazenby.
I just want to say this. That I think OG Anarchy is an old soul. Because I'm going crazy here. I can't even talk. I'm literally never like this on the podcast. But I'm really loopy right now. And he is like, just so you know, the greatest generation is the generation that fought World War II. He's like in with the facts. It's like somebody who knows what they're talking about.
And not that alternative shit, like real facts.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Political.
So no, Sean Connery is a good answer, but I had to say Pierce Brosnan because that's just who GoldenEye, man. That was it. Isn't it 97 when GoldenEye like came out?
probably. I think maybe a little bit before that because I think the game came out in '97.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Man,
well, thank you.
Don't go back and try to play the GoldenEye game. It does not hold up.
I have a question for the chat, OG Anarchy, who likes old things. Me too. I'm kind of that way too, though, because like I get all right. This is a really weird poll I'm gonna have here, but in my D&D gaming group, there are a lot of the people are older than me. One of the guys is like probably like 50. Yeah, thank you. Is like 15 years older than I am. And he'll make all sorts of weird references about like 70s TV shows and like Joni and Chachi and shit. And I'm like, I'm on it. Because I like watched The Simpsons religiously and all that was referencing all the stuff from like a decade before. So I've like got like this weird wide range of like knowledge of 70s pop culture for some reason, even though I wasn't even close to living in the 70s.
If you watch the complete run of The Simpsons, you'll get a primer in like the entirety of American pop culture.
Yeah, from like 1970 on, basically, or even like the 60s a little bit. They show when they're going to go in the past. So, so the question I have for OG Anarchy is, if you had to say one thing that you dislike about your generation, you're squarely, well, not squarely in the iGen or Gen Z, but you're right on the cusp. You're like early Gen Z, whereas like
I think he's late millennial more than anything else, but still.
Well, we're like late. Whatchamacallit? We're like late.
We're early millennial.
We're late Gen X, early millennial. He is late millennial, early iGen, early Gen Z. So, anyway, what is the thing that you dislike the most about your generation? Like having hung out with people
whichever one you
of your
identify
age.
more with. Yeah.
Other way to word that question is, hello, young people. Hello, fellow kids. Because I don't know. I guess if I knew somebody who worked in like a high school or something. But it was kind of crazy when I like had a coworker who was pretty new at my old job, and she was like, "Yeah, I was born in like '95," and I was like, "Holy shit, you've seen nothing that I've seen." Like,
hello, fellow humans.
Yeah. So it is kind of crazy. It makes me feel old. And the funny thing is that
I still have
born
this
in
mental
97.
block where if somebody's born in the late 90s, I like immediately think they're like super young, like way younger than they actually are, until my brain catches up and I do the actual math.
All right. Theogonarchy says, I like that it doesn't auto-capitalize when it goes to your thing, so his name becomes
really?
Theogonarchy.
Think
Yeah, I didn't. Anyway, he says technology is the thing he dislikes the most because it makes the generation more idiotic, antisocial, and dependent. And I think that is really interesting because I feel like people think that about millennials as well.
That's been happening since the invention of books.
What age did you get your own cell phone at, Matt?
We're
going to talk about video games at some point.
Yeah, probably.
You went to college? Okay.
And you know what
2004?
it was? No. Wait, it might have been before that because I had a shitty pay-as-you-go phone.
Okay.
And then when I was in college, I got fancy and I got a Razor flip phone.
Yeah, that was the same here.
I remember those.
I was probably about, not 13, as the OG Anarchy says, but I was 16. So as soon as I could drive, I didn't get my own cell phone, but my parents had a cell phone that I was supposed to keep in the car or with me when I was driving anywhere, just so I'd have an emergency phone to call. And it didn't store more than like 4 numbers. It had Snake. It was the Nokia phone. With the
Okay.
That pulls up, the classic.
My dad had a work cell phone in like the early 90s. That was one of those giant bricks.
Yeah,
with, like,
my dad had one too. It was in his car.
Finger length antenna. Yeah.
He had
I
a
remember
car
when
phone.
he got like upgraded to the Nokia phone. And I played with ringtones and I played Snake and everything. Like
that beefy phone was really good though. It was absolutely a solid phone. It could survive drops and it had good reception. I had the bag phone in the car. The one that had to stay in the car that you had to plug. You don't even know about this because you're too young.
No, I think my dad had the bag phone maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, before you had portable ones, there were ones that had to stay in your car. Yeah, you could use the brick phone as a weapon.
Oh yeah, holy crap! I think it was a solid piece of equip.
I still call it the Zach Morris phone because that's how everyone contextualizes it, but it's the Motorola Classic 2. I used to sell the cell phones, so I was very familiar with it. But yeah, I had a car phone which had 5 times better antenna than the handheld ones, and the big reason with that is I was up in the boonies where you needed the reception where you're driving around.
Do you guys remember those shitty like snake oil infomercials where like they sold a fake circuit board sticker that you could put under your battery that supposedly boosted the signal?
Increase your signal?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Bullshit. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, like
I remember those.
There used to be late night TV.
It was just a sticker.
Yeah. And it was like a metallic sticker that looked sort of like a circuit diagram, and it was supposed to boost your signal.
Wow, I do not remember that. But that's pretty cool. I just want to
John, we've got someone in the chat that you might.
Yeah, I know who this is.
Be familiar with.
So technology, because it makes generation. He said he grew up with dial-up, AOL, learning about floppy disk when he was in elementary. Same here. We had dial-up. I didn't think my parents didn't get. Oh God. Oh my God, he had it ready. My parents had a dial-up.
Hold on, we're still connecting.
I'm sorry, I'm connecting. Sorry, I gotta be quiet until we get connected. This is a weird one.
You got the long form.
All right,
we're good.
At the end, I think I heard like the ring monster coming out of your computer or whatever.
There's Samara is here. I just have to make a copy of this broadcast before the end of the night, and we'll be good.
Yeah, so I remember using dial-up all the time. I tried to get my parents to get cable internet, and they just would not. Even though we had cable TV, they would not get cable internet because it costs too much. $50 a month or
Welcome
whatever
to Old Man Cast. My first modem was a 28.8K dial-up.
Yeah, we had one of those as well. My old computer, my Windows 95 computer. Sorry.
My
Drew
Windows 95 computer didn't even come with a modem. I had to buy a separate like PCI 28.8K card to plug into it.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I don't remember that. That is old. You win. Mm-hmm. You win that one. No, so sorry, I want to go back to what he said about technology because it makes generation more idiotic and social and dependent. It's actually interesting to think about because I think something I've heard is that what the skills that our youth are learning now aren't like how to find out where the information is. I forget what is it now.
It's something I've been saying. Before it was all about memorizing information
you said this as
and
well.
rote.
Yes.
And now it's about parsing information and finding correct information in the slew of data overload.
Yes,
yeah,
correct. Because before, you could only get the information for something in like a library, or on a computer in the library where they had access for like microfiche and stuff. Like whatever they had was hard to get to, so you had to remember everything, write everything down, get copies. And now, it's not. What it's like, you know what a great example is, TJ? It's knowing how to do math versus having a calculator. So like before,
yeah,
when you didn't have a calculator, you'd have to know all of like how everything works, how to lay it out on a page, how to get the numbers, how to do the math in your head. Now, since calculators are so ubiquitous, it isn't how do you lay things out on a paper, it's how do you know how to use the correct calculations to get the answer that you need, basically.
Or another example is it's just trying to find just search terms. Like when I'm starting to type into a search box, my brain flips into like computer language. Like I know what to look for to get the thing that I want. Whereas my parents are just like, I'm gonna type complete sentences and hope that it gets the thing.
Yeah. Or are you gonna ask Jeeves in the form of a question? I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Like, where do I find the best price for cat food? Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
And he'll serve it up for you. I'm sure it's ask.com now. Why don't you get ask.com? Ask.com. Actually, I don't even know if that still exists.
Dude.
This is going to redirect me to a porn site. No, that's a thing.
Where do
now, while you're looking that up,
love
the OG Anarchy did bring up a good point. He graduated a couple of years ago, back in 2015, and teachers told him that him or her, I don't know a gender, whatever, but that they're going to quit making students study for some tests and instead test them on how to find it on the internet. I do think that there is not only value there, but I think there's value in also the quality of what you find on the internet, because you have to be able to use your brain to be able to discern good information from just
I think that's interesting too, because it makes more sense and it leads to, I think, being smarter, actually, in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe like
we're in
OG
sort of a
Anarchy said,
transhumanist
more
way of like offloading some of that data storage, and we just need to like learn how to access it better. So
well,
like,
maybe
one
that's
of the
why
best things you can learn in school is how to spot good and bad information.
Yeah. So that's probably why he thinks his generation is more idiotic, antisocial, and dependent. It's because since they don't have that base of knowledge, they have to find everything, which makes them a little bit more dependent, than someone would be, because they just don't know things innately. They know that if I don't know something, I need to go look it up or ask someone about it.
There was a time when people would be hanging out
antisocial because we're on our computers. Yep.
Who's that guy in that movie? And you just wouldn't know. And you would never find out. And you had to accept that fact.
You have to wait for weeks until someone was like, oh my god, I read an article about that. Yeah.
No, but
it was like that.
Do you remember when we were in school, them like preaching like, oh, you won't have a calculator with you wherever you go? Well.
Yeah. Now you do. It's on your It's on your watch. You got one of those sick-ass calculators.
It's on
watches.
my Pokemon Go machine.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Pokemon Go has a calculator for some reason. What the fuck? I thought that was weird.
Wait, does it?
I think so. No, it doesn't. I'm thinking of the game.
You're
Tap
thinking of
Titans
Magikarp
2
Jump.
has that as well. I don't know. I do remember researching things in the library. That was always fun.
The Dewey Decimal System.
It's just different. But our generation kind of also wasn't the memorization generation either, because that was kind of going out of style when we were in school, and computers were much more ubiquitous when we were in high school. So it was kind of like, because I was in high school 2000, 2004, so that was all internet was everywhere. They had high-speed internet at my high school, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, like how I think it makes everyone more idiotic, maybe because we don't have to spend so much time memorizing things. People just have way more free time to do dumb shit.
You have to be careful with that kind of thinking, because it goes back to like Socrates, where they were lamenting written language because they thought it would detract from people's ability to memorize stuff.
That's true, you're right.
It's always changing, and the skills are always changing. So because it's different doesn't mean it's worse.
There's a level, though, that memorization doesn't necessarily equal understanding.
Yeah,
especially when you come to the sciences and the mathematics, where memorization is just being able to
There's a lot of Dunning-Kruger going on
facts.
now, where people just assume because they have access to the information, they are knowledgeable about it, which is not always the case. And I think that's kind of an indication of just we're still in the adolescent days of the internet. We haven't fully grasped our limitations with this new medium. So I think future generations will probably have a better understanding of our own limitations when it comes to the infinite void of information on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll be interesting to see when I'm retired, what people talk about the way technology was when I was growing up. Oh man, things are so different now. Because of course, OG Anarchy will be, in his 30s, and he'll be like, "Fuck, man, I remember when I used to have to look things up on my phone. I didn't have to just turn my brain Google input on and just have all the data show up in my eyes, immediately. It's just gonna happen,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's too much body image and too much body worth that I don't think neural implants or anything of that sort is going to happen in my lifetime.
Dude,
I'm ready
if I could
for
get
it,
neural implants now, I'd do it
neural
right away.
upgrades. One of the biggest problems I see with society is we have all this information, but we don't have the capacity to process it in a good way. So I want brain upgrades so that I can remember all of the internet's information and also parse it well and be able to tell what's good and bad.
I would love biocomputational accessories for my brain. This would be awesome. Let alone just bionics for the rest of my body that's already breaking down. But, I don't know,
Yeah, I think the brain,
now
other than replacing sensory organs that fail, the brain is going to be one of the last things that we upgrade. I think we're going to be doing limbs and hearts and organs and sensory organs and then brains way far down the line, just because it sort of crosses a line into scary territory for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of interesting because there was a story that I heard about. So there's a guy, I don't remember his name, but anyway, he was at MIT or something. God damn it, I really wish I could find this because I'm just searching up cyborg guy. Oh my god! So he created his own cyborg guy device. College.
Yeah, the transhumanism movement is really cool.
Man.
Super early fringe.
Darn it. Okay,
I mean, if it's related to what Drew mentioned in the chat about the guy who attached an antenna to his brain so he can see sound, I didn't know we had things that could essentially create synthetic synesthesia. I can't pronounce synesthesia. But that is interesting.
Well, we have cochlear implants where it'll hear and then implant it into your brain. So it was just kind of taking that and implanting it into the vision part instead of the sound part.
Okay.
I think that's my understanding of how it worked.
Anyway, I'm not going to find the name of this guy, and maybe it's not even true, and I didn't hear it, but all I'm getting is this fucking art guy who made sounds.
The guy that put an ear on his arm?
I think this was just some guy at MIT, and he had created a Google Glass type device for storing information, and keeping visual notes, in his eye view at all times. And they came to the point where it was is it fair for us to let him use this on exams and for part of his thesis and stuff? Because he created it himself, he basically modified his own body in a way, to do, he created this device to make himself better. And like, is that fair? I feel like it's like, if I'm a professor, I mean, I gotta say, because like, what's the difference between that and me just being like, oh, I created my device and it's a fucking notepad where I write the answers to the quiz down and I bring it in to class with me, okay? Because that's all he's doing basically.
Or you're saying is it closer to the side of like, I had caffeine pills, so I had more hours in the day to study this than someone who didn't take these pills?
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, his whole reason, I think, behind the device he had was, there's too much information to keep. I have too many things. I can't remember everything I need to remember, so I'm going to invent this thing that's always keeping notes at all times so that I can access them and I don't forget things. And they were like, you have to take that off to take the exam. Like, and that's kind of the way it went. It's just interesting to think that that is a future we could live in quite soon, even though Google Glass kind of, besides it being the most fun thing ever to pronounce, Google Glass, I think it's dead, right? Or it's reworking for Google Glass 2, I believe.
I think it's in the enterprise space, so it's still alive somewhere.
Well, I do know that Google Glass kind of ended, but it's not like over. They like finished their, okay, we did our little beta thing, and now we need to figure out where we move forward with wearable eye tech. I think Google Glass is pretty cool. I mean, there's Snapchat goggles now, which are Snapchat glasses, which are kind of the same thing in one aspect, that you're allowed to record video just with your glasses. So,
I mean, augmented reality is a cool thing in general. So.
Yeah, I love it. I would love to have a heads-up display in my walking around because I feel like the Terminator. Yeah, let's see here. Man, OG Anarchy is a very smart guy. He's just going through everything. All right. He said Elon Musk, owner of Tesla and SpaceX, says that by 2050 there'll be individual self-aware AI and society will have to mesh with them or be destroyed. I don't know. Maybe. It could be. It's kind of one of those things. What do you guys think about AI? Are we going to have a fucking Terminator situation in the future?
No, I think it's going to be more of a her situation. Where
I actually
AI is
like
gonna
that
either
idea.
join us, or it's either going to join us or abandon us.
Yeah, or the fact that like people just use AI as girlfriends or like social network like crutches.
So Chobits.
Yeah. Like, okay, I have a hashtag startup company idea. Why don't we create an AI neural network that just comments on people's like Twitch streams and YouTube videos and social media, so that you could subscribe to this, and it would be as if you had thousands and thousands of followers.
Doesn't that already exist?
Not really, because those are just buying subscribers, but you're not getting like comments. Like I want like
they're chatbots.
No, but I mean like not to this level, not to the level I'm saying. I'm saying people nowadays want to be, the YouTube sensations and stuff. People want to be famous.
So it's almost like a society bot that lets you emulate popularity just to you, just so you feel that sense of.
But if you know that it's a bot, does it lose all meaning?
I don't know if it does,
knowing that it's other people. Because when we're playing PUBG, one of the joys I get out of killing someone is knowing that there's an actual organic human being on the other side of that misery.
God, I'm going to take that quote out of context for you, Matt. And boy, you're never going to be able to run for president someday because they're going to hear that quote.
I mean, you just grab
the joy I get out of killing someone.
Look,
something else.
When you're a star, they let you do it.
That's the thing, OG Anarchy. I'm talking about, I know it would be hard for AI to analyze like a Twitch stream or something, but I mean, we could start with just Twitter, and they could just be like, oh, nice post, or like your photo, or that, and then that has to be coming, like, very soon.
Do you ever get the feeling that people that are working on machine learning and neural networks don't actually know how it works? Like, I feel like they're just feeding data into these things without fully understanding it. Yeah, it's just crazy.
at the end of the day, you can't truly know how the box itself works. That's kind of how the YouTube algorithm works.
Do you know?
Is no one knows how the box works.
Oh, do you know what's interesting? Is that this is already done because it's cheaper than to create AI. It's cheaper to just hire click farms in Bangladesh to have hundreds of people comment and like, Twitter posts and stuff. You see that all the time. And that's definitely happening.
Yeah.
So why not? And the OG Anarchy says the smartest thing, playing God is a dangerous thing. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Channeling Ian Malcolm.
It's not going to work. Yeah, Jurassic Park with AI, he says. Yeah.
Michael Crichton, you died too soon.
Yeah, this is a future where I feel like, is there a Black Mirror episode that deals with this? Because if there isn't, there should be. Where just someone creates a social media
one with
AI.
The Harry Potter guy, where he is an AI of the dude that died. That's kind of close.
Harry Potter guy.
Yeah, General. What's his face? The
Star Wars. What was he in Harry Potter?
He was one of the Weasleys.
Oh,
one of the lesser Weasleys.
He was like Gingrich.
Gingrich
That
Weasley.
The eighth Weasley brother. The one they kept in the basement.
How can you go lesser than a Weasley?
Well, there's Ron, and then there's the twins, and then there's the lesser Weasleys. They multiply like rabbits, those Weasleys.
Yeah. Dude, you know what the funny part about the Weasleys is that they have 7 kids. Dude, their mom and dad were fucking all the time.
You would think
that's the thing, because they send their kids off to school for 9 months a year, and there's no one else home.
You'd think
just
wizards would have better
the time.
birth control.
I am honestly surprised that there wasn't another kid in those 7 years that they were at that Harry's story at Hogwarts happened.
Yeah. No, this is so true. So,
Ron, you
Chad
have
is
a
on
younger
it.
brother, because your mother and
I believe-
like to fuck.
I believe he
it
was
General
Percy. And he was General Hux in the Star Wars movie, and he was in The Revenant as well, actually.
I still haven't seen Domhnall Gleeson. I still haven't seen The
Domhnall Gleeson.
Revenant.
I believe he's
that.
also in... Is he in Ex Machina
Leo
as
DiCaprio
well?
Get fucked by a bear. What?
That's exactly what happens. I've seen it. I got the bear fucking part is on my quick tab on RedTube. It's on there. Gets me going.
No one should see this. The tape should be destroyed.
Anyway, okay, we got to move on. We got to move on, FAI, because we got a lot to talk about.
Leo, bear, fuck.
Spachemin. So that was an interesting
Grizzly
actual
man.
joke that you said there, because you were like, oh, the bear was fucking him. That was a weird rumor that came out, and I think it was on Breitbart or some weird website.
Yeah,
You're why are they reviewing a movie? And they were like, the bear fucks Leo DiCaprio. And you're like, what movie are you watching? Because then everyone
I'm
saw
upset
it.
at Wonder Woman because I hate women.
I mean, I do hate
That's
women, but
That's
you
what
know, for
Breitbart
different
says.
reasons.
Hey, John, remember when you were reading that Breitbart article? Because
off that
love
for
Breitbart?
the clean meat one.
Yeah, because you love Breitbart.
I do love Breitbart. So we got to talk about
John.
We got.
I'm gonna give you a Pepsi.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna give you a Pepsi. We'll meet in the middle
Why?
on this.
Oh yeah. That cures everything. Pepsi's.
Yeah, I did see a good Wonder Woman joke on Twitter the other day. It was Wonder Woman is a bad influence on people. Someone responded, "What? Because it showed a strong woman and it was anti-war?" No, because it expected us to expect better DC movies.
Yeah, right. I'm getting too warm. I gotta turn the fan on myself. Oh yeah.
It is definitely warm.
All right. Yeah, OG Anarchy is correct. Lebanon, the country, banned Wonder Woman because Gal Gadot is Israeli, and she was in the Israeli military. Because everyone in Israel has to join the military for 2 years, I think. So,
Really?
It's like Sweden. I think it's the same way.
And
Or
Korea,
Norway.
South Korea.
Yeah. It's not really like that bad.
It was always weird
Like-
when like an esports, like a StarCraft player that I followed
Yeah.
retired because he had to join the military.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh, I'm
that's a
18
weird
now. I got to
system.
join the military. Crap. Got to go. Or I think you have to do it between like age of 18 and 22, so you could wait till you're 22 and do it. But you have to do it.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
there's
a lot
like
of people.
1 year of compulsory service.
Yeah, that you have to do. And it's not like you have to go. I mean, nobody's at war, so you basically just train.
Well, for
and go
now.
For now, yeah. South Korea might. Boy, those kids, huh? Right around OG Anarchy's age. You gotta be watching out. So let's talk about. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to save Science Corner for next week. We're not gonna get to it.
That's good because I didn't modify the bumper yet for it.
That's good. Make sure you do that though. Write that down. Let's talk about E3.
I already wrote down
E3
Leo DiCaprio bear fuck Grizzly Man. I think that means something.
I guess we shouldn't talk about E3 then this week, huh?
No, because it's.
We'll
I
do
don't know.
E3 We'll do E3
This will-
predictions next week because,
This will be the last episode where the audio one shows up before E3.
well,
Yeah,
I
so
can
next
release
week,
that one early,
next
though.
week
Okay.
we'll do confirmations of E3 before E3 actually happens, and then it'll air after it happens. Like, whoa! I can't
Yeah.
believe that they said the Switch was going to become a VR console that has neural implants, and it.
Yeah. No, let's.
They're
we can
calling
talk
for
about
the
Switch
science
now.
corner in the chat.
So Nintendo. No science corner.
So are we talking about the Switch being dropped from 1,000 meters and surviving?
Yeah, that could be a science corner. Yeah, where's the video of that? I watched that.
I did not watch it, but supposedly so many jump cuts that it's really hard to tell if it actually happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the guy was up high. Like, holy shit. Like, he was way up there. Like, I don't know what it
Up high?
was. Yeah, he was
Like Adam?
up high, Matt. He was very high.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank
There
you.
it is.
But let's switch. Let's switch.
Ugh.
Just dumb to do this.
You're not going to get the right... Oh, there it is. All right.
I'm
Let's
just
we go
leading
through all
the
that,
first
fine.
Okay, Jesus Christ. All right, thank you.
Fuck you
was that a
assholes,
whole
don't.
like thing?
Are you just dumping the whole board right now?
This is board
just-
diarrhea. All right,
Just mashing the keys.
Nintendo. So to get out in front of E3, Nintendo was like, "Hey, we're just going to tell you what our online service is going to be. All right, $20 a year, which is much cheaper than PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live, which I think are 60, right?
They're both 60. Yep.
They're both 60 now for a year. This is 20 a year. And what do you get with that? Well, the ability to play online. Now, voice chat and online lobby features aren't on the Switch. You'll have to get a smartphone app to be able to chat, which is great. Why don't you just call each other? But whatever.
Yeah. That
Free limited
smartphone
version
app
of this
is
app will be
called
able to
Phone.
yeah. It's called We Should Have Put This on the Switch.
Well, from what I hear, that smartphone app's also going to be your matchmaking lobbies.
God, that's crazy.
Really?
So if you don't have a phone, can you play online?
Probably.
Well,
Just
we've established
everyone's
that
got
a
Nintendo only cares about Japan, and Japan is a mobile-first country. So, like, maybe
Yeah.
they're just like, everyone here has smartphones. We don't give a shit about anywhere else.
It could be. So they had detailed also the free versions of classic games that they had mentioned, saying, like, previously they had said each month you'll get a game for a month, and then we'll take it away and you can buy it if you want. But now they're saying something different. They're saying Nintendo Switch Online includes an ongoing access to library of classic games you can take anywhere. So rather than one game a month, you're going to have like a Netflix style, like, smattering of games to choose from each month to play. So that, I mean, that sounds a little bit better. Kotaku got an update saying, yes, indeed, we did change this to ongoing access of library. Play as many games as you want, often as you like, as long as you have a subscription. They're saying including Mario Brothers 3, Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario. But what's weird, though, is this classic service replacing Virtual Console? And is this how they're going to screw people out of Virtual Console games that they bought?
The website that mentioned how the online service is going to work has actually changed since that day one launch when we were talking, the day one when they were talking about the Switch.
Yeah.
Because they talked about, I think it was mentioned as retro Virtual Console games from Super Nintendo or from NES and SNES. And now it does not say that anymore. It says it in this new weird way that I don't remember off the top of my head. And fact,
I'm opening it right now. What is it? What are you saying here? It says classic game selection. Sorry.
Yeah, and before it used to have a more detailed description. I think it used Virtual Console.
It says subscribers will get to download a compilation of classic titles with added online play, such as Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. And then it says, under classic game selection, with an asterisk,
waiting for that online
product name,
multiplayer Dr. Mario.
Subject to change, it says. It says subscribers will also get eShop deals, including discounts on select digital games and content. That's it. And it says a Nintendo account is required. Yes, smart device data charges may apply. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so you're going to get it free until it launches in 2018. So they pushed the launch back, and they basically scrubbed any mention of Virtual Console away. So I have my bold pre-E3 prediction podcast is that we're going to not see anything about the Virtual Console, and it's dead. It's going to be called something else, and it'll be different. And you'll have to rebuy everything.
I knew you'd have to rebuy everything.
I knew you'd have to rebuy everything, but I was hoping they would do some sort of discount. Like pay $1 to unlock a game that you own on the other service.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's... Come on. Like, I'm not going to pay for fucking Earthbound a second time. Even though it's only going to be $8 or whatever it is. It's like, come on. Or $10. Yeah, they charge me for that one. It doesn't
take that much to just port it to the new system.
Or I could play it for free on my computer. Not legally, but free. You know, it's dumb. Orgy Anarchy's got a lot of information here. He's saying, Super Smash Brothers coming to Switch. I saw a rumor of that. Let's just talk about Nintendo stuff this week, then.
Yeah.
Since we're in it. So we'll save it for next week, the rest of it.
There were some pictures of it. Looked like a Smash Run from the 3DS
it was like
version
a
of Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Completely fake. All debunked.
Yeah,
really?
It was. Okay. I mean, obviously they're going to make it, though, for the Switch.
Yeah, but as much as I would love Smash Run to be in there, I mean, I would love it because we need a console version of Smash Run, but that's not going to happen. But for Smash Brothers, it's gotta happen. They'll port it.
What
It'll
about
have
the
all
mobile
the DLC
game
characters
Smash Brothers Jump?
I wouldn't put that past them, but that's probably not in the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just a...
All right. Pokemon Stars.
Yep.
Or any sort of Pokemon additional game for Sun and Moon. First of all, I don't believe it. I never did.
Nintendo is going to do exactly the opposite of what would be best for customers. So just think of that and then imagine it. So NES Classic Edition mini console discontinued, it was still selling out consistently every week. SNES Classic Edition, I'm going to guarantee
there will be 4 of
they
them
put that
made.
out limited run, and it's going to be shit.
If an SNES Classic comes out, I'm done at GameStop. I can't deal with this again.
It's going to be $80.
I'm done.
I'm going to buy 4 of them and sell them on eBay.
That's my prediction. It's going to be $80 or $100. They're going to be like, it's a Super Nintendo. It's better. $100.
They're going to make
the super version of the other one.
$99.99. It'll come with 2 controllers though. So they'll be
it's going to come with 1 controller.
Oh man.
And they're going to make 2 controllers for every 100 units they make.
Yeah.
And the
Exactly,
cord on the
'cause that
controller is
unlocks
going to
3
be
controllers.
a half a foot long.
Yep. I mean,
The
it's just
Captain
absolutely
Meow.
insane how terrible they are.
On the Pokemon thing, there is, in my mind, there's no Pokemon main series game coming out this year. Not for the Switch, not for the 3DS. It's going to be another side game, like a mystery dungeon, or I could always hope
Pokken
for
Tournament
Pokemon
2.
Conquest.
Yeah, Pokemon
See, I could see a
Conquest is-
Pokemon Tournament remastered,
Yeah.
probably.
I
for the
could see a
Switch,
lot of
for-
I could see a
Spring
Super Smash Brothers remaster as well. Brawl
That's
remaster.
what we're thinking is going to happen, though.
Yeah.
That's almost the point where it's guaranteed. But I don't think this is going to be a Pokemon main series game. Not a Pokemon Stars, not a Pokemon Diamond Pearl remake, which a lot of people are thinking is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's either going to be a Pokemon Tournament remastered, or it's going to be just another weird side game on the 3DS.
Pokemon Snap 2.
I mean, we already know they're making a Pokemon Rumble game for mobile.
Yeah. I played
But
that on
that's gonna be
my,
completely
my
independent.
3DS, yeah. Okay. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Okay, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know where the
totally-
hate is there. I want to play the crap out of this.
I know. I just wanted.
I
like,
don't know
people
where
were like,
the
oh
rabbits,
man,
where did someone explain to me where the rabbits come from?
it's a
'Cause I
Ubisoft thing.
missed. Okay, so this was that
So-
like an old Nintendo game or?
Yeah,
No,
Nintendo
rabbits
Wii
are part.
games.
Rabbits are in general are part of the Rayman universe.
Yeah.
Why
Oh, okay.
Rayman is not in this game shocks the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I think Rayman with
hidden.
Mario would be great.
Nobody knows who Rayman is anymore. Come on. Anyway,
Rayman Legends was great.
it was great.
He's
And
the man
sequel,
without
but-
the arms and legs, and he's got the hands and feet. Everyone knows Rayman.
Okay,
He's either
that's
got
maybe
hair
why they
or
couldn't put
ears.
him in there.
Nobody knows.
He's got no limbs to have a gun on. So the image that we've seen from the leaked art is Mario with a bullet bill gun hand, and Peach with like a gun. Everyone's got guns. Yoshi's got a gun. Okay, so
All right,
people.
Yoshi's
I'm
gun.
gonna-
seen
Nobody should
Yoshi's
give a
gun
dinosaur a
up close?
Well, that's
Because
true,
Yoshi's
actually.
gun has a banana hanging off the back and looks like a DK barrel.
Oh, you're totally right. So DK confirms.
DK confirmed. DK3
anyway.
confirmed.
At least Diddy.
So okay, I want to talk about this.
You can't have
People
Diddy without
fucking-
Donkey Kong.
You can. It just sucks.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Can I play
Exactly.
this with
So-
my bongos?
Stop. No.
I still have my DK bongos.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, this kind of came out, and people were like, "Oh man, how could Nintendo do this? What is going on, man? I don't want those rabbits in my Mario."
Well,
To which
Nintendo
I
does what
reply-
Sega don't.
To which I reply, pick up a copy of Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympic Games and watch Wario jump around on a horse or Luigi do ribbon dancing and tell me that anything in this game is more ridiculous than the shit they've done with their licenses for games.
And that was more of a contractual thing. They had to finish out the 5 games I think they had to make.
No, correct.
Um,
That's fine. But it's just like, it's not like these
Yeah.
characters are some sort of sacred thing that. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Mario teaches typing. Mario is missing. What about the terrible
Yep.
Mario game for the 3DO? Like, there are.
Exactly.
Dude, like, this is not crazy. And I love the
Now-
Rabbids, so I'm excited.
The other bit with this, with
Yep.
the Mario and Rabbids, is this was, for the longest time that this was rumored, that there was going to be a crossover with Mario and Rabbids, it was rumored as an RPG, but I don't see this image showing anything that I think could show up as an RPG. I would think that this is going to be somewhere either between like a third-person action-adventure game or a first-person shooter.
No, it's not a shooter. I think it's an RPG, because I think I heard is the idea is that you're like leading like an army and you're like leveling up your guy, and I think it might even have turn-based battle is what they're talking about. Like, I think
Maybe
it's an
RTS,
RPG.
like Pikmin?
It could be Pikmin, maybe. I don't really know. All we know is that we'll talk about when we get to our E3 predictions next week. We'll put
Okay.
some real thoughts down. During the week, we'll go through the doc and come with a bunch of questions that we'll have answers to, and then we will be held accountable for our predictions. But I don't know. So we'll find out, more in 2 weeks, because I bet this will be at E3. So, because they've been talking about it quite a bit. And this had been rumored for a long time as like a thing. So, Matt, the Rabbids, the Minions, right?
I wish
Remember
I did,
Minions?
but yes.
Okay, the Rabbids were before the Minions, and the Minions are basically the Rabbids. But the key difference...
Rabbids are crazier, though.
The key difference is the Rabbids are more insane, and they scream all the time for some reason. Okay. And they don't have weird pop culture references and dumb shit. It's just them being crazy.
Now, when compared to the Kerbal Space Program dudes, they're
You're right. That's good, actually. A little bit close there, but yeah, because the Kerbal Space Program guys, you can get them yelling quite a bit if you're bad at your job. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of crazy. Fuck, man. That's going to happen. So this rumor thing you have is expect Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch. I guess there's a lot of rumors coming about it. Nintendo promised a big E3 this year. So we're going to see. I have a feeling it's going to be just an updated version of Smash Brothers.
Do you think we're going to have those good translators like we had for the Nintendo Direct? The dude that was just obviously in way over his head.
Oh my god, I felt so bad for that guy because I guarantee you the guy who came up, and if people don't remember that was during the Nintendo Switch press conference. I forget who it was. It was some developer just went up and started just saying a bunch of stuff, and the translator could barely keep up with what he was saying.
That translator definitely lied on his resume for that job.
Well, I don't know about that. I feel like that maybe it would have been a little bit of that. Maybe he was like, I could do this. But they're like, here's a script. And then the guy came up and just was like, I'm not saying anything on my script. And so he's just like, fuck, I got to translate this live. I was not expecting to have to do that. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's hard to translate live, to begin with, let alone without having any notice beforehand. Or I have a feeling that was all done blind. But, I hope we get that again because it was fun. I appreciated it. But typically the E3 conference is all in English, so we don't have to worry about that because it takes place in LA.
Yeah, we'll have Reggie with his giant frame just imposing.
Nintendo doesn't do press conferences. They have pre-recorded events. It'll be about hour and a half long. It's going to be on Sunday the 11th.
Yep. I would like
I'll be at work.
What do you want to make for prediction for that? Do you want it to be... Are they
my crazy prediction?
So I've
got maybe three that aren't listed here.
Okay.
Number one, Pokken Tournament for Switch.
Okay.
Okay. Number two, an October bundle that's going to come with the Switch and Mario Kart for $350.
Okay.
It's not going to cost that much less. It's what they're going to do. Because it's not showing any signs of slowing.
Yeah.
And number three, is that new Monster Hunter game that they just announced for the Switch in Japan, the Monster Hunter Double Cross.
Triple X.
As much as they really said that will
Monsters
not
take their boobs out.
Come over, they're going to announce that it's in the progress. We'll hear more about it. Expect it 2018.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's definitely going to come out in the U.S. Because with the region unlock stuff and everything, I think they're going to make it a lot easier to get a translation over. And
or at least a digital launch. It might go digital launch like they've been doing for games that don't sell super well here.
Yeah.
I've got one prediction.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 2, where your Joy-Con is a flashlight.
I could do that.
Yeah. I don't know how that would work in portable mode.
You could just have different controls. I mean, they did that for ARMS, so.
Fair enough.
Okay. So Nintendo's press. No, my prediction was, so they did Robot Chicken once. They did Muppets once.
Okay.
What did they do last year? It was last year the
Just a
Muppet
regular
year.
presentation, wasn't it?
I'm not sure if I'm confusing it with. No, last year was all Breath of the Wild.
You're right. It was just all
So
Breath
they're
of the
weird
Wild
about
all the
Treehouse.
time. It was all Zelda the entire thing. They're like, we're just showing Zelda because we have no other games coming out because everyone's secretly working on the Switch right now. So I have to say that they got to have a fun theme again because they pre-record, so they're allowed to do kind of stuff. Do you think that they'll do? Oh man, if I could hit this prediction, boy, would it be good. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to do some weird theme.
I think,
Pixelmation.
you know what?
That's exactly what I was going to say,
acquire
TJ. I think
the
they're going to do
rights.
Pixelmation.
No. They're going to acquire
Super
the
Nintendo.
rights to Spyro the Dragon.
Okay.
Spyro Switch. Exclusive.
That's not the most insane thing I've ever heard of because Skylanders... But you know what I'm saying? Skylanders is, that's Spyro, correct?
Yeah, Skylanders is Spyro. It's owned by Activision now, but yeah.
Yep. And so I could see Spyro having his own game on the Switch. Maybe they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We got PlayStation Virtual Console. No, okay. It can never happen.
PSP, though. Just PSP. Not like the
Just
regular
PSP
PlayStation.
games. All those PSP classics. Metal Gear Acid. Was Peace Walker Vita, or was that PSP?
Peace Walker's PSP.
It wasn't Vita? No, Peace Walker had to be Vita.
I don't think it was Vita.
What came out on the Vita?
It was Uncharted Golden Abyss and Persona 4.
I almost bought a Vita only because I wanted to use the PS4 remote play, but they never were cheap. The cheapest one was like $170 and didn't even come with a memory card.
GameStop got down to $120. That's when I bought mine last year.
Yeah, I just couldn't find them for cheap enough. But all told, Peace Walker is a great game, supposedly.
That's what I hear.
So,
yeah.
Which is kind of like, man, because if you like Metal Gear Solid 5, Peace Walker was very similar. That Fultoning existed in that game. You had Mother Base where you would collect soldiers and like that. It's basically a lot like Metal Gear Solid 5, other than it being a lot less. It was kind of a mix between like Snake Eater and Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, 'cause it all takes place in jungle and yeah. So, but anyway, that sounded pretty cool. I have watched. Not a playthrough of Peace Walker, but I believe there's a YouTube video that just is every cutscene in order with like little pieces of the mission as they're done so that you can kind of tell what is happening. So you can kind of follow the whole story. And it's really stupid story, but fun. It's Kojima. Oh, Matt's in the bathroom.
That happens.
So now we can talk about Matt behind his back. Dude, Metal Gear Solid 5 is hot. I've been watching a playthrough of that. I never finished it. I got to the airport mission in Africa and gave up. Because it was a little bit too much of a difficulty spike, and I really hate the enemies that are in that part. So anyway.
I still have played so little of Metal Gear Solid, it's ridiculous.
Like
and I only
games.
And I only own Metal Gear Solid VR missions for PS1.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one in the entire series.
Yeah, I have Metal Gear Solid on PS1, Metal Gear Solid 2. I have Twin Snakes. I have Metal Gear Solid 3. I think, Subsistence and the Metal Gear Solid 2 bonus edition one, Substance.
Yeah.
And then I have Ground Zeroes. I have Metal Gear Solid 4. I have it all. I love Metal Gear Solid. It's just so dumb and fun. But Metal Gear Solid 5 is such a good game. Oh, but the problem was that was about when my computer was dying, back in Computergate territory. So I wasn't able to play it for a long time. It really took me away from where I was, and I want to get back into it, but it's not an easy game. But it is very.
I don't
good
think any of them really are.
No, MGS5 is a little bit easier than some of them, but Matt, did you just open a beer with a sonic screwdriver?
Yeah, it's not made of wood, so.
Nice. Great reference, Matthew. Okay, we are running low on time, so boo. It's June, TJ. What's going on?
It is June, so I didn't actually finish streaming all three of my ROM of the months for May. So
I didn't stream any.
Yeah, did you play them?
I did not. I want to make I started a new job this month, so I was very busy. I would like to say this.
I streamed Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City, and I did not get past the first level.
I'm going to stream it tonight, right after the podcast.
It's a difficult game.
Maybe throw some use your words if people are up for that. But
I'm going to be asleep as soon as this ends.
I know you are.
But words with friends,
I don't work
use your words is good.
Yeah, use your words is great.
All right, so I want to say this about the ROM of the Month Club going forward. Summer theme. I like summer theme for June. I think we shouldn't do 3 games because that's too much.
Yeah, maybe not 3 games.
Okay.
That's too many games. I think 1 game is enough. TNC Surf Designs is a great choice. I actually own a copy of that, and I played that recently, actually, like 2 years ago. So
I had a copy that got busted, but still worked.
So the ROM of the month is TNC Surf Designs. Let's talk about that game a little bit, and we'll talk about TNC Surf Designs. I'm googling it.
Purchase this for my Nintendo NES console.
So TNC Surf Designs is that awesome logo that you remember, Wood and Water Rage. It's an LGAN game. It had the badass logo with like a tiki guy on a skateboard, a gorilla on a surfboard.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is an awesome logo. I don't know when it came out. So it's called Town
maybe?
and Country is what TNC stands for.
Yes.
Town and Country Surf Designs, Pearl City, Hawaii. So it is a What is Town and City Surf Designs? Is that just a company?
It might be.
TC Surf. Yeah, it's just a surf company. Like they make surfboards and stuff. So like, let's make a game because California Extreme, is that what it's called? No, what was it called? California Games. Which is,
and that's what I was about to put in there before I put this one in there.
No, I like this because this is weirder. Because I think everyone's played that game. Let's see here. All right, here we go. I'm going to read a little bit about TNC Surf Designs.
Matt, you should keep the links to the Discord because something legality, something else, something.
I don't give a shit.
The man can't see this.
Wait, are you saying you're putting links to ROMs? No, that's too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We have decided that climate change isn't happening, so I can post ROM links.
That's true. It's all over.
A certain amount of divine. I don't believe in copyright. I think it's a hoax perpetrated by the liberals. So I can post this link.
So we're going to talk about this game. So it's a surf company that made a game, and TNC became famous for their shirt designs featuring Da Boys, a surfing cartoon characters designed by Steve Nazar. The most famous of these was Thrilla Gorilla, a surfing anthropomorphic gorilla.
D-A-B-O-I-Z?
Yep.
Okay.
So the playable characters are Joe Cool, Tiki Man, Cool Cat, and Thrilla Gorilla. Obviously, I main Thrilla Gorilla personally, so he is my guy.
I'm more of a Joe Cool guy. But that's just because.
Okay, I've got a better idea.
The first two guys you get to choose from are the guys that will skateboard. The other two are the guys that will surf, and you can either choose just the skateboarding, just the surfing, or going on back and forth between the two. Mm-hmm. The game gets very difficult. It's very difficult, especially the surfing mechanics are nigh impossible without dying a few times. It's interesting.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to say this, TJ. We're going to not just do one ROM for ROM of the Month Club. We're going to do Town and Country, Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage.
High score challenge.
And the sequel, Town and Country 2 Thrilla Surfari.
I've never played the second.
Exactly, because I've never played it either, so I'd like to see it. GamePro gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
And it's not okay.
Now
Here we
you're
go.
better than the first.
Game features Thriller Gorilla, my main, the best character, on a quest to save his girlfriend Barbie Bikini, who has been kidnapped by a witch doctor named Wazula, as you find out in the opening scenes. Unlike the original game, which is set in Hawaii, the sequel is set in Africa. The game features levels such as jungles, deserts, waterfalls, rivers, submerged caverns. Thrill rides a skateboard through the jungle and desert levels, a surfboard through the river and waterfall levels, and a shark in the submerged cavern levels. So you're running a goddamn shark.
That's great.
You basically just steer around. It's just like a adventure game where you're just kind of steering around obstacles. But anyway.
It's kind of like it reminds me of Excite Bike based on the screenshots that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But you're a gorilla.
I think it's probably at least TNC 1 to 2 is kind of like the jump they made from Skate or Die 1 to Skate or Die 2. Where Skate or Die 1 was more, here's just all the events. Skate or Die 2 was, well, there are the events, but it's really about this adventure mode that you're playing.
Okay.
Like going through the mall.
Okay. We might have to do a high score challenge as well, as TJ said, because that sounds kind of fun too.
But
so we'll see.
Can I control this with my Tony Hawk's Pro Skater board?
Your
have one of
Tony
those?
Hawk's Ride board?
Yeah.
Can I use it when I come up there?
Pause quiz. Pause quiz. Pause quiz. Everyone quiet.
Yes.
I want you two both to guess how much I can buy a Tony Hawk Ride game and board on Amazon for.
Game and board.
Yeah.
I think the least you'll find it for is still a dumb $22.
So I'm talking the Ride Edition with the board.
Yep.
And that. All right. So I'm looking at copies we got here. Do we want new or used? Let's just say new. Because used is going to be fucking insane.
Okay, well, new then? New? That's going to be, like, ridiculous.
$83.
That's still going to be, like... I'm going to say closer to 60. 62.
Huh. TJ? If this was Price or Right, you would lose, but it's not because that's a dumb rule. 59 even with free shipping from PIP Gaming for a new in-box Tony Hawk Ride skateboard for the Xbox 360.
So here's what we're going to do. You're going to buy that, and then we're going to host a stream where you play PUBG with Tony Hawk's Pro
It is an
Ride
Xbox 360
board.
controller. I don't think that they have controller support in PUBG. But I could work some magic with X input and try and figure it out. It might be hard to do mouse work if they don't have it built in. But, wait, Tony Hawk Shred? Wait, they made a sequel?
It's a sequel to Ride. Yeah.
With the board? Oh my god,
With
that's
the board.
cheaper.
Yep.
You can get a new one for $42.
There we go.
Or the PS3 is $45. Yeah, so just get the new one with the board. Dude, I can't believe... So they must have been like, oh, we got to make a second one because we spent all the money developing this.
We've sunk so much capital into developing this board.
If you would like to buy a 360 copy or a PS3 copy used, I could tell you that a used very good copy is...
$1.50.
$16. With the board, supposedly. So.
Oh, with the board. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
let's see. This says Tony Hawk Ride Skateboard Bundle, but we are on fucking Amazon. So, and this is fucking bullshit. $15.99, $23 shipping. Like, fuck you. Are you serious?
So you'll play PUBG with the
real.
Tony Hawk Ride, and I'll play it with the Donkey Kong Bongos, and we'll see who wins.
And I'll play it with the Rock Band drum controller. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's one. Okay, dude, check this shit out. Holy fucking cock muncher. Sorry. There is a Tony Hawk Ride.
Okay.
Sorry. Tony Hawk Ride game here that's selling from PO Shopper, used acceptable, with images of the board that is extremely worn. Like someone played the fuck out of this game on this board. And there is a giant brown stain that could be dried blood or something on the front of it, of the board. It looks like there's pet hair all over it.
It's feces.
And then there's a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
It's probably cat vomit,
reference
which
for some
is not
reason.
that big of a deal. It's super common.
So here's
Spray a
probably the
little
best
Nature's
one
Miracle on there. You'll be fine.
that you can get. Is right here. Used good fulfilled by Amazon, IGO wholesale. It says everything you need to play comes with a skateboard, game disc, ships direct from Amazon. $40. So that's probably your best bet for a used if you were to find one. This came out on the Wii though for some reason.
Yes, it did.
And this is the same.
Did you
right
plug
here.
your Wii controller into the board?
No, it was
No,
wireless.
that it was just a wireless board.
Oh, but did you need the Wii
Sync-
controller
sync.
to plug into
No,
it?
no,
Yeah.
you just sync it normal.
So you could play games with the board as a Wiimote because it had some
You
No,
motion.
not really.
Resident Evil 4.
Can you just wave a giant board around to like play Wii Sports? Woo!
Oh, boy.
I'm bowling. Breaking
Resident
TVs.
Evil 4 with the board. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. All right, we've got to we got to end the podcast, man. We are at time. I'm gonna tant again. Science Corner's gonna have to wait a week. Thanks for people for sticking around. I really hope Drew God of Mischief 1984 is correct that the image is definitely just dried soda, which is probably seems.
It's definitely
I hope
blood.
that's it.
It's definitely evidence in a murder somewhere.
So I actually I'm gonna have to steal that image to make the podcast.
Is
image.
that
So,
the episode image?
yeah. So you guys are gonna have to go to borninthe80s.net, just all spelled out, borninthe80s.net. Chat though, if you weren't born in the 80s, you're not allowed to go. So sorry. But you could try and click
look,
it.
You
It
can
might
be
work.
Honorary born in the 80s if you were born in the late 90s. That's okay.
That is true. Actually, in one of the earliest episodes of the podcast, I think episode 3, we had someone who was born in the 70s on. So
That's
Yeah,
right.
How
That is
fucking
right.
old is that?
yeah, it's too old.
Gross.
Sorry, Tony.
He doesn't listen.
He does not. He did his own podcast for a while. as
Yeah,
well.
I do.
Is he
freelance
done? Is he
recording
not
for
doing more?
his-
No, he stopped a
So-
long time ago.
He does.
Podcasts are
hey,
hard to do.
Hey guys, if you want to listen to Are We Delicious Radio, that's
Fuck that
Tony's
shit.
theater group, and I do some freelance recording for them. So you should listen to them. They do little short 4 to 5 minute radio plays, and they're fantastic.
I think it's
Plug,
bullshit.
right? That's a good plug, right?
Why are you plugging somebody else's shit, Matt? Even though you
Because I
some
get
won't
paid
work
to
on it.
record those.
Oh, so paid shill right now. Do I pay
No, the
you
best-
to do anything on this podcast?
The best plug to actually
You know,
hit
John,
right now is
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You know, I've been looking at this Patreon page, and it seems that you're bringing in a little bit of income from this.
All right. I will do 100%.
I think it's only. Yeah, I think it's only fair that we split it 40-40 and TJ gets 20.
well that I'm not getting into it. Because what's going to happen is then we're going to have to start splitting costs 40, 40,
Yes.
20.
So 33% everybody gets in. I'll get the rounded, so I'll take
Okay,
34%.
I'll give you
or whatever.
33% of the $5.99 that Libsyn charges us.
And I will say, yeah. So, all right, balancing out what we make in Patreon, hosting fees for the website, and Libsyn. You guys are gonna each owe me around $7 or $8 a month. So, you want to start
Okay, but
sending
also
that to
my
me?
time is
will
worth
be-
substantially more than yours. So
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Ah!
Sh-
All right, Matt, where can people find you when you're working on stuff?
You can find me at matthagmusic.com. Check out Matt Haig Music on SoundCloud, and you can hear the song I'm working on right now. It's a preliminary mix and just needs a vocal track. And tell me if it sucks or not.
It sucks.
I could sing. I could do a vocal track, just not on this thing.
I can't sing. Matt, you know
See,
I can't sing.
my usual style is super like auto-tuned and roboted out, so I can hide my lack of singing ability behind like a shit ton of effects. But for this one, I'm trying to do it a little bit cleaner, and that is difficult. So I have to actually learn how to sing.
I have vocal abilities, so
Hey, Matt, did you know that when I was in college, I had a paid musical scholarship? And I've sang in a professional choir multiple times.
I sang in a college choir.
I did that too. But I also got paid to sing. Multiple times. No, it's okay. It's your shit, man. You can sing. I've heard you sing.
Yeah.
Just gotta get good, fool.
Actually, I've been doing my biggest singing difficulty is that I don't have enough air to support me, so I've been doing a lot of breathing exercises while I'm sitting in front of the computer at work. And the other day, I fucked up the rhythm of my breathing or something, so I almost blacked out in my office chair.
Nice. That's good.
Like I was hyperventilating.
Diaphragmal breathing.
All right, TJ, what's up?
What's up? Well, you can find me over at the Twitters. That's the May of May 84. You can also check me out on Twitch, which I'm going to be streaming right after this. On my Twitch page in the description is the link for our our Discord channel. Please click that link. Join our Discord.
Yeah, that'd be
talk
great.
About the ROM of the month. Throw your high scores with screenshots if you've got them.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna do a high score challenge.
Because I know you guys will cheat. You will totally cheat if we're not up on top of this. Yeah. Otherwise, my social security number is this, and you can contact me at this address.
TJ is saying, I think I'm a clone now for Edgewood Idol.
Yes, I did.
So thanks for the chat for that little bit of info.
I totally can't hit those notes.
Thanks everyone who tuned in. We are gonna go. I'm gonna go to bed immediately. I'm so fucking tired.
And
We're
that's
done.
the
We. Go to the Twitch, go to the Twitter, gotta get ready with a post today.
John, your hashtag soup has to include the Paris Climate Accords.
Okay.
Following. I hit the Twitter button, didn't I? I hit
Hey,
the Twitter
Matt.
button.
What?
Do you want to know what killed coal jobs?
The fact that renewable energy is becoming much, much cheaper.
Nope, that's not it. Shale oil.
Clinton?
Fucking Christ. All of our fucking gas comes from fracking now, which is why nobody wants coal, because fracking's cheaper. It's so dumb. It's like
But there will be a
we already
turning
found a
point
better
where
fossil fuel
that's
to use.
not. There will be.
But those
turning point
emails.
where franking's not cheaper either.
There will be a point, yeah, but I mean, like, right now, that's it. And so it's like to say, like, oh, the climate change stuff is why coal's losing its stuff. And it's like, no, why do you think gas is so cheap right now? And that's another reason why fucking all this bullshit about, like, coal is dumb, because it's like, gas and fuel is at its cheapest point in, a decade.
The people.
Like, that's why there's no
I've
coal
read,
jobs.
The stuff I've read, like op-eds from the people in coal country, say they don't want coal jobs back. They just want
jobs.
They want new jobs. They don't want their old jobs back.
New jobs. I'll take new jobs.
Yeah, new jobs. They want bro jobs. Yeah, I don't know. We're all fucked. Germany's gotta save us, though.
No!
Stop yelling no.
News post from 16 minutes ago.
What?
Well, part of it's not horrible, but I think the reason why is the horrible part.
Okay.
So Nintendo delays the Switch's paid online service to 2018, and the price and which classic game selection is detailed. Which basically means they don't have Virtual Console ready for this thing, because it doesn't take 5 minutes to make an emulator for this. Oh crap! No, turn down for what?
Turn down for what? John, you want to get some levels? Sweet levels.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can get some levels.
Get some of those levels. Be a good level boy.
That's nice though. That it sounds like the classic, at least the classic game service isn't gonna just be like, oh, you get a game each month. It's just, oh, you'll just have access, like Netflix for old Nintendo games, basically. So, that's good. That's better. It's just dumb. Everything's so dumb. But, I mean, what would you expect?
Subscribers get to download a compilation of classic titles for added online play, or with added online play. Man, I would play Mario 3 online. I totally would.
How do you play that online?
You just take turns. You have voice chat.
There's no voice chat on the Switch. You have to use your phone for voice chat.
It.
Holy crap! Did you see the price?
What, $20 a year?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
$4 a month or $8 for 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, $20 for a year to have like a library of games is probably going to change. They'll rotate them, but like have a few classic games you can play anytime is fine. But this seems fucked up. It seems like they're not even going to have the virtual console on the system. Oh, we'll talk about this during the podcast. This is a
classic game selection, product name subject to change.
Oh, E3 rumors, good, because this is the podcast we're going to do our E3 predictions. We're going to write it down this time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, E3's next week.
Is it already? I thought it was 2 weeks away.
Week after.
Well, no, but the fucking, I think EA press conference is like next Saturday. It's like a week away.
Oh yeah, I forgot today's Thursday, so yeah.
No, sorry. Bethesda's Sunday, June 11th.
That's the one I'm looking for. Because I'm hoping
like
they'll say Fallout VR is ready right now. Go buy it.
Yeah,
I don't even care if I have to rebuy the whole game.
Here's the press conference schedule. I got it.
There's my alcoholic beverage, if it will.
I like that they're going to have two of them on Sunday.
Very red. What is it?
It's that Henry's hard soda.
Oh, yeah, it's like orange soda.
Yeah.
I got some Mexican lager.
Get out of here, Steve! Get the fuck out of here!
And then I have two generic regular sodas. One's Mountain Lightning. One's Dr. Thunder. I guess I have to drink this one first because Lightning comes before Thunder.
That is true. You have to have both of them up at the same time and sip one then the other.
5 seconds per mile.
Yeah.
Depending on how far away it is from me.
And the interval gets shorter and shorter until you're just chugging them both at the same time.
Alright, everyone silence. Let's do some levels. Alright. Here is my voice, and this is what I sound like. I want to move myself a little closer to the mic. Alright, here it is. TJ, you go next.
We're doing a podcast, and I'm talking like this.
Alright, Matt next.
This is Matt. This is Matt.
Alright. You're going to be drunk, so I'll make sure to make sure it's not too quiet.
We'll see.
Is this a podcast, or are we all just gone crazy?
Everyone's got to be quiet so I can hear the levels. Whatever, but I think it's good now, so I think we're ready to start at 9, so if we want to give ourselves 2 minutes to finish writing up the things. What is this PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds video? Oh, it's a video I shared last week.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't need that. Hey Matt, did you hear about the thing that I did? Do you see the post about your thing?
The on the Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a couple of likes.
I sponsored it.
Oh, really? I was like, are these people from the fan page? Or...
No, I sponsored it because it was $20 to sponsor it, so whatever.
Well, maybe it brought those people in.
Maybe it did, but probably not. Based on how all of YouTube works and all of any social media works.
Based on how
they liked it and then never thought
Facebook,
about it again.
Yeah. Promoted Facebook stuff generally doesn't have a lasting effect.
Oh, it does if you do the thing where you promote everything you put up for like 6 months and spend, thousands of dollars. But if you're just gonna do one-off things, it really doesn't do much.
Who do you think I am, Kylie Jenner?
No, how do I find... Matt, how do I use YouTube anymore?
www.youtube.com and then
Matt,
you
how do
see
I...
the
what
box
the fucking
up towards the
shitcock
top
was
of the
this shit?
page.
Never, it's fine. So on my YouTube page, I'm gonna fucking just die 1,000 deaths tonight on the show because I am really sleepy and my glasses are fucking nasty, so it's making my eyes all
Trial.
That was really loud compared to your voice.
Is it? I can turn the fart down.
Just a tiny bit. It's not that loud, but I have a feeling Trial's a bit louder than everything else.
Trial.
How about that?
That's better. Okay. What? Steam. Oh my god. No, just on my fucking YouTube, when I clicked the thing to show me all the channels I subscribed to, it had my library expanded. So I had like 1,000 playlists from like 12 years ago, and I used those on YouTube. I couldn't find, because I wanted to find the clip that you had shared on Extra Matt. Look at all the views. It has less views now than I think it had this morning. Somehow. Matt?
No.
Why does it have 53 views?
If it got a lot of views...
I thought it had 57 views. Last time I saw it. I don't know how YouTube works.
Yeah, it's showing 52 views for me. But the average view duration is 60%, so it's
that's good though.
More...
So people watched like the whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it is only like what, 2
retention
minutes
than
long.
any of my music shit.
How do I? Oh, Twitch. No, I'm going to Twitter because I've got the Twitch stream up.
I'm just retweeting random stuff.
Alrighty, let's see what I can do. Alright, hashtag spelling bee, hashtag NBA finals, hashtag vegan books, hashtag Paris agreement, hashtag feminist story. Hashtag, I'm looking at all my trends. Hashtag climate change is real. Hashtag climate change. Hashtag Kavef. Hashtag.
I just learned how to clickbait, so I did that.
Hashtag game. Tweet. I didn't even write that we were doing an episode. I just put a link.
That's fine. Just put a
and it says
you
the
gotta
link
leave
that
the
you
mystery.
the link that you put up and the tweet that I put up both say Matt Hag Music Twitch The Amazon Expedition Beta Episode number 10.
That's weird.
So, yeah, I love that Twitch will update and then it won't update links forever, so it's pretty
like I
good.
hit the update information button.
No, I'm sure you
But
did,
don't worry,
and it says it
TwitchCon
correct on the
2017
page.
tickets are on sale now.
What's TwitchCon?
I have no idea.
Ah! Sorry, my arm itched.
TwitchyCon, something my arm itches. What?
Look.
We could post this on r/livestream fails. That's a subreddit I just learned about.
Nah.
r/Homestar Runner.
r/cringe anarchy. I feel like that's probably fitting.
Ah! My nose itched. I had to yell. All right, I'm ready to start.
Ready, steady, go.
Was that the theme you got there?
No, I that's gonna take me a lot of work to practice. I can hit all the notes, but consistently in time, no.
Okay, is it better if I give you the actual sheet music or is the MIDI file?
No. I downloaded a program to convert your MIDI to sheet music. I already did that.
Cool.
So
anytime you're ready.
we're there wherever we are.
No, Matt, because you're just waiting to fucking prank me as soon as I start talking.
No, I'm not.
All right.
But I might now. Now that the thought has occurred to me.
Excuse me, I gotta get the Kovef back up. Alright. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome to Florida.
I knew you were gonna do that, which is why I wasn't gonna say it.
I wasn't going to until you said something.